Hi everyone, welcome to this week weekly market update. Before I start, so just to let every one of you to know, this week will be my last week weekly update for the years of 2020, and I will be taking a 2 weeks away. I will be away for 2 weeks, so I will do a round a summary for the major indices and the oil, the dollar and the gold as well in this video. And so let's start. On last Friday, we can see that. mm Dow fall more than 100 points because lawmakers struggled to seal the last minute stimulus deal. But if let's say you dissect the chart, this is the Dow Jones chart. If you, let's say you dissect the chart into hourly, right, you can see that at the last hour it actually spiked up. All right. What causes this spike up is because that Trump actually, they actually signed a 2 days funding bill to prevent the shutdown of the government, all right, to prevent the shutdown of the government. So this causes them, the market to believe that they are actually working hard on the stimulus package. On this 900 billion COVID relief package. So, nevertheless, we will see for this coming week will this 900 billion stimulus package is being successfully approved, then you will get a better direction of where the market is heading. All right, so we will look into the chart later as well. So next thing, um, I believe everyone is eyeing on what will be the result after FDA approved the Pfizer's vaccines, right? Because as we know that not just Pfizer itself, Moderna is also being approved by FDA on this weekend to use as an emergency clearance as well. I mean, emergency vaccine as well. All right. So right now we are looking at what will happen if let's say this vaccine start inject on the peoples out there, because why? There's one cases that like this, FDA is right now investigating on 5 allergic reactions after the Pfizer's shots is being used in the US lah. So this is one of the very very, the most concern at this point of time, because if let's say this is getting very common, right, a lot of after the vaccine is being rolled out, but then the case is still spiking up, and then it means that the vaccine is not successfully yet. All right, so a lot of side effects. Then the market will be coming down again. All right, because it's not going to cure it's not going to prevent the COVID cases after all, right? So this vaccine is useless after all. But we are still at a we still believe that it's good. It's just a few allergic at this point of time. All right. So beside that, I'll be talking about solar energy as well. There's a jump up on last week, so we will look at it. Then next thing, all right. So this is all the topic we'll be talking about. So let's go to the chart itself. For this chart, let's start with Dow Jones. So from Dow Jones Index, we can see that, all right, like I mentioned last week, we are still trading within this ending diagonal. So ending diagonal only happens when it comes after a rally up, right? Right now it break the all-time high. Right now it's forming the ending diagonal. First thing to take note is an ending diagonal on the hourly chart, right? Like I said, it pulled back due to the 2 days relief funds, right? It pulled back by still within the ending diagonal. And things to take note is that because the candle itself is getting narrow. All right, the candle itself is getting narrow. All right, one name getting narrow, 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 right? And it's actually waiting for one-sided to be breakout. All right, so we don't predict before it go, right? We are not here to predict what happens in the future. We act on what happened when the market reacts. All right, if let's say it's a successful breakdown, then we go with the flow. All right, otherwise if we break up, then we go with the flow. Okay, so this is what we are monitoring closely. All right, so next thing, it happened on S&P as well. All right, and then for NASDAQ itself, NASDAQ is right now doing at the sideways. All right, it has been sideways since October. Why? Because as we know that NASDAQ is tech technology, right? So if let's say vaccines didn't work out, uh, the COVID cases spiking up, so people will rely on technology. After all, technology is always there lah. Whether vaccine or not, people we are moving towards, right? We are moving towards 5G, moving towards technology. So it's we will never take out this from our life. All right. So it's just a matter of time when it will go up again and when is a good time for us to enter. Please ignore this. This is previously shared. All right. So right now, all right, it's on the sideways for Nasdaq. Next thing, if you are on a small cap, then congrats to you because uh, Russell 2000 is basically doing very good. All right, we can see that it's breaking all-time high. So if let's say you're on Russell, then small cap, congrats to you. All right, all-time high is continue to soar. All right, so next thing on Nikkei itself, and Nikkei, we can see that. All right, for Nikkei as well, the same thing is very bullish. All right, it continue to turn bullish as well, maintain this trend. So if you, it might head towards 28,000. All right, it might head towards 28,000. So if let's say you are holding Nikkei, congrats. If not, then please don't chase the market. All right, don't chase the market. Then next thing we will be looking at Hansen Index. I shared previously as well. For Hansen Index right now, right, is coincide with the, let me reset the chart. Okay, so this is the weekly chart I shared last week. Right now we are actually on the triangle itself, so we are actually at the resistance, and right now we are looking whether it will successfully break or not. Otherwise, on the day chart, okay, you can zoom in on the day chart. Week chart, we got a big context, right? It's actually at the resistance. Day chart, if let's say it fall below here, all right, fall below here, we must wait for it to fall below before we act on it. All right, once it break this line, that is actually a good sign. I mean, a good sign for you if you want to short, right? All right, there is somewhere stop loss will be somewhere above the previous height. All right, so this is how we look at it. So this is Hang Seng Index. Then next thing is our STI. STI got a good run since 20, November 2020, but right now, right, where are we for STI, right? Okay, as you can see, the STI, the things to take note of is because that uh initially it actually break from here, this double top, right? Okay, so here is the neckline. Here is the neckline. All right, so right now, where are we? We are actually coming near to the support and resistance area. All right, support and resistance area. So it's around 29,950. So this is where we are looking at right now for STI. Okay, so take note, 2950 is a key level. Okay, next thing, we are looking at China A50. China A50 continue its bullish bull run, but after my bull flag, right, I find no opportunity to re-enter again. This is a weekly chart, so I'm looking whether will it come back or not. Otherwise, I mean, I can look for other market, right? I don't have to insist to go into China A50. All right, so this is China A50. If you are still holding, congrats to you. Next is our dollar, because stimulus package going to roll out. Okay, our dollar previously I mentioned my final target is 90. Congrats if you hold on to that. It touched 90. It really touched 90. All right, so right now we are actually at the resistance support level. So it might have times to return back. I mean bounce back. All right, it might tend to bounce back. When in what situation it will bounce back is only if, let's say, right, the stimulus package did not come in as aggressively as what the market want. All right, it come lesser, then there might be some bounce back from here. All right, buyer is supported in this point lah, at $90. All right, so if you want, you can actually play at the safe zone. This is what you are looking at right now. So just share with you guys. You guys can actually, so sorry, I'm finding, yep. All right, so this is whereby you guys can actually look at. Okay, so you wait for either you long right now. This is a weekly chart, like I say. Go to the day chart. Okay, so if let's say you can wait for it to come down, all right, to buy from 90, or you wait for it to come down somewhere around here. All right, then you go enter. All right, but ultimately, in TA, this is how TA look at it. But in FA wise, right, I'm still actually bearish on the dollar itself lah. But when we talk about FA, it's usually at the long term, sir. All right, next thing, we shall go into US oil. Okay, US oil, previously mentioned, I'm monitoring that it will break up, go to 50 to 52. Right now we are at, where are we at? It closed at 49. All right, so it's just $1 apart to my target. So this is what I'm looking at for US oil. If you manage to catch it, congrats. All right, I believe it will end around 50 to 52, this range by the end of this year. All right, next thing, a lot of people is looking at gold. All right, for gold, right? Okay, for gold, previously we look at a bigger context first. For gold, you can see on the weekly chart, we can see that it's actually an uptrend. All right, and then there's a secondary, primary trend is up, secondary trend is there's some pullback. All right now, after completing the secondary trend, we are looking at the upside as well. So if let's say you believe in elite wave, right? Wave 1, 2 pullback, 3 up the longest, 4 pullback, 5 we are looking at it right now. So at the fifth wave, there's two scenarios that things will happen. All right, such as first of all, we will see whether it will successfully break out above the wave 3, then it will continue to go higher. Or otherwise, at this level, right, we are looking, will there be any pullback or not? I mean, it failed to wave up, it failed to break out. All right, so this is what we are looking at gold. But at current stage is really chart. At current stage on daily chart, we are actually bullish. All right, we think for it to revisit 2000 at this point of time. All right, right now people might not be eyeing on gold because of Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and as we know, Bitcoin break above 20,000. So this is the limelight at this point of time. People might actually turn their funds to there, but right now it's actually at the high side. So Bitcoin might want again might shine once again. All right, we can see from Bitcoin. All right, it's actually at 23,000 at this point of time. Looking at really chart context, you can see it's all-time high. No one dare to chase. I mean, reasonably, you wouldn't want to chase as well. So they might actually shift their fund to gold. All right, gold might shine once again. Okay, next thing, we'll review some previous counter which I mentioned. All right, if you have been following my video, congrats to you. I mentioned this, I didn't share out. I say watch my video. This is a secret counter which I like to share. I say it's on. It's a good inverse head and shoulder. All right, it's a good earning. I shared on 30th November. I vested definitely. After all my hard work, I vested. So my target is at 333. Right now I'm holding with 36% in profit P&L. So I long somewhere here. All right, on the 4th of December, shared in my Telegram as well. That's for private group. So I shared to long, and right now I hold until now. Okay, so go find out what is this company, especially on this holiday season. People like online shopping. So congrats to me as well. Just nice together with this season. All right, so if you are still holding, congrats to you. Let's target at 33. All right, next we are looking at DKNG, DraftKings. NBA is going to kickstart. All right, on the 23rd December. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do watch NBA, so I should know. All right, so I say on I think I mentioned on Wednesday itself in my private public Telegram. If you join, then congrats to you. I say that it stay above 50 Fibonacci. All right, stay above 50 Fibonacci. This is a 50%. All right, so if let's say at this point of time it's only here, I say it's good to ride with the trend, and right now we are actually at here. Okay, so we shall continue to monitor. So DraftKings is more on sports betting lah. If you have do some research, you should know. All right, so DraftKings continue to hold, and then Intel. Intel, if you let's say you worry that you miss out, not to worry too much, because Microsoft came in and give you a chance to bought again. All right, this spike, what is this spike on last Friday? Mainly caused by Microsoft. It actually came out their own chips. I will attach a link in my post as well. You can actually read it up. So they actually create their own chips. So if let's say they are using their own chips, Intel is no longer to them, right? So business might be affected. So in a bigger context, like I mentioned this very long ago, is inside my watch list. I will only enter when it reaches. All right. I say this is not a do not enter zone. Do not enter zone. All right. I mean, if you want to do a quick catch, congrats to you. But hopefully, when you do a quick catch, you also know when to take a profit. Otherwise, all the number of weeks of profit that you are holding, right, actually be wiped out. Okay, so this is on Intel. Okay, next thing, Pfizer. All right, Pfizer is the very classic trade lah. Why I say classic trade lah? All right, as we know that I've been mentioning, right, I said Pfizer is good. All right, I say Pfizer itself. Hold on. Right. So what happened on Pfizer? We can see that on the bigger context, on the weekly chart, we can see that things is doing good before FDA approve. Things is doing good. Correct or not? All right, so let me reset the chart. Remove. Okay. All right. Thing is doing good before the FDA approved. Why? Because we buy on rumor. Correct or not? Buy on rumor, sell on news. This is a classic move. Buy on rumor, news came in, come down. Why? Because when FDA approved, right, people will start to worry. Oh, it start to inject on the US citizens, start to inject on people already. So will there be any side effect? Will there be any allergic? Will it cause more death? Will the COVID spikes cases continue to spike? This is all the worries that came into play. But if today you are long-term Pfizer uh, shareholders, right, you do not have to worry much. It's a good news after all, right? It's a good news after all. Doubts is definitely there. This is all noise. All right, in the bigger context, we are still at the uptrend at this point of time. All right, so not to worry that much. I assume that just predict these just predictions so on TA wise, here is the resistance. So right now it's actually riding here and then come back again. All right, but I would know like this is all predictions. So we act based on what the chart tell us. All right, next thing. So another classic move is coming up. Will there be any classic move or not? Will be Moderna. All right, why? Because FDA approved, right? Will it form the same theme, come down, right, to the support level and then right again? So we shall monitor because this is buy on rumor news. We believe that it's going to approve, right? Like I say, nevertheless, it's going to approve. So it's already approved. So will it continue to come down? We never know, and we shall monitor from here. All right. So lastly is on the solar. Like I mentioned, last week solar has a great jump. You can see, all right, mainly jump above 10%. If you let's say you go and find most of the solar counter, all right, also solar related counter, right, you can see that mostly has jumped up. All right, this is a previous said plug, uh, Sunrun, a lot lah. Basically, mostly has been jumped up. Sunrun has not. All right, but you can actually find out this is a 10% gap on the day itself. So, however, I've previously I also mentioned two counter as well. One is I say this is a good counter. Correct? I say you'll be if you have been watching my video, I say you'll be fluctuating around here. Then here is the resistance. It's back up and continue to go up higher. All right, this is where the IPO open high, gap down. All right, so it definitely will continue to go up. Stay with the trend. So if let's say today you are keen in solar, why solar is actually because we're coming on the January of 2021. New president, Biden is going to take over the office. So they believe that there might be some tax benefit to the solar industry. All right, this is why market always run before the actual things, right? So it react, and that's why most of the solar company actually spike up 10%. But if let's say you have been searching which counter should you invest, right? Then you have found out that you are actually a bit late because it's actually spike up or it's at all-time high. But today I found one counter which is related to solar. First of all, I think I do my own research. I think it's good in FA, good in at TA as well, and it's not spike up yet. All right, I did not show chart because I will only share with you. All right, I will only share this counter with you if you comment on my this post. Just typing secret solar. All right, or you can PM me directly in my Facebook page or type in secret solar in the comment box. I will share with you. All right, so if you are keen to find out this secret solar counter, then remember to comment. All right, this company is good, has been in this line for almost 2 decades, and they recently listed. All right, so want to find out more? Remember to comment. All right, so that's all for my this week update until end of year. I will see you guys again at the January uh next year again. All right, that's all. Thank you everyone. Have a good weekend and Merry Christmas to everyone. Goodbye.